Hey guys, it's Reefr Isn't Real and we're back with another trip report today on a very interesting substance called 3C-P, which I had not heard of before this video. This report was submitted by infintt. Anyways, we're gonna get into this report just straight away. A lot of you guys were complaining that I talk too slow, so I'm gonna try to talk a bit faster. Well, anyways, yeah, let's get into the report. I'm pretty seasoned in psychs, I would say. I'm relatively young still, but I've done it excessively and had to have some tough talks and rough experiences to know my limits. As I'm sure many of you understand, some lines need to be drawn and it takes time to understand yourself, sometimes painfully, but we all mature. Most anyways. I saw this psych on the dark net and it sparked my interest. Trusted guy is known in the community and started selling 3C-P like last year. He also sold other N-bombs in his shop and stuff like that. I've never ventured into anything like this before, so I was a little hesitant, and this is still my mindset weeks ago, still after breaking through a dozen times on DMT. Over the past couple years, insane respect for that molecule, but I still do recreational drugs, of course, from time to time responsibly, without blasting off to a new reality. You have to be ready for that experience. It's not recreational. So I literally could not find a single trip report on this compound, again derived from proscaline, which is derived from mescaline, mescaline base, and just a giant modified by a chemist who was just a giant psychonaut working for the government, died in 2014, called the godfather of psychedelics, created like 230 different psychoactive compounds in government labs for the US. Super smart dude. So I did my research and was like, fuck it, I'll try it out and trust the substance to be pure. And sometimes you have to take some risky, educated choices in life to share these types of experience. I've used the dark net for years, and these people just want to help each other out. I trust some of these dealers more than my closest friends. Your friends will lie to you about some things. The dealers, they're just there to do one thing. There's no room for lying or deception. It's just trying to spread some insight in different ways. Here it is, my trip report of 3C-P. 1205, 20 milligrams oral. 1209, vision getting a little blurrier, head getting heavier, feeling stimulated, some jaw clenching, it's kicking in pretty fast. 1221, little harder jaw clenching, feels like MDMA come up mixed with mescaline, colours becoming bolder and more outlined. 1245, stimulation increasing, salivating more and feeling light and blissful. Feels like I'm still way early in the come up, starting to focus on my breathing. 113, drove to the store to get a snack and Red Bull. Feel super calm, calculated, creative ideas and feeling light euphoria and stimulation is slowly increasing. Still jaw clenching, but I feel great. Again, like baseline mescaline trip so far, with more stimulation. 115, smoked a light bowl of weed, 32% WTE indica. I have a pretty high tolerance at the moment, so just want to enhance the trip a bit. 130, feeling very lightheaded, euphoric, tons of creative ideas and old memories I'm bringing back. Tough memories, but I feel at peace with recognizing them and understanding why they happen. Not everything can fully have a reason why it was done, but you can try to talk with others and empathize with people We've been through similar things, just feeling stimulated bliss. Love my two kitties, love my morals and the person I've become, and feel more attached to this earth over the past year with a lot of downtime and self-reflection. 140, really getting to that MDMA side now. More stronger head fog and feeling more euphoric and stimulated. I've got lots of energy. I'm going to go outside soon. Very relaxed though, and peaceful, feeling good. Still slowly drinking a Red Bull, so caffeine will play a part in some of this trip too. I feel nothing can go wrong today. I feel fantastic. 150. Feeling really talkative, supportive. I'm really trying to make conversations in my head to other people, trying to describe how I'm feeling right now. I just feel so blissful. This is the perfect combo of stimulation, creativeness, euphoria, relaxation to some extent. I love it so far, and I hope that the words designer drugs and research chemicals don't make people afraid of things like this. Pioneers of psychedelics designed these drugs in a lab. It is a compound produced from mescaline, then proscaline to 3C-P. All these drugs are so similar. It's not like taking a black pill and seeing what happens. Smart, creative psychonauts created these drugs because they saw the benefits. A lot of these drugs were synthesized in the 70s, and the government drew just a hard line on everything because they knew it could be dangerous for some people. And I absolutely understand. People shouldn't be able to buy 3C-P at your local Walmart, but it's nothing like the media says. There were literally like no trip reports on 3C-P. I had to be one of the first, along with a few dozen more in the darknet who bought from the same guy. I just had to share my experience of this. 205. Visuals are so mellow and my eyes are taking in a lot more light. Little sensitivity to looking out my window, but super mellow now. Cool, relaxing visuals, kind of like you would expect on mescaline and MDMA combined. Again, that's the best way I can describe it. It feels really good. The way the sun is reflecting off my two kittens, 8 months, they're getting pretty big, and they just look like perfect angels with every hair I can see sticking out of them. Love them so much. 210, ripped another light ball of weed, pretty strong and high THC, but I've always understood, mixing drugs, and definitely can understand limits. Feeling even more relaxed, and visuals are getting a little wavier. Just very peaceful. Getting up and going to walk around my neighborhood, feeling social and friendly, but not looking to make active conversations. Just gonna walk in the woods and listen to music. Gonna finish my Red Bull before I head outside. Don't feel anxious or like worried if someone comes up to me. Feel super relaxed. 215, visuals are getting a little stronger because of the weed. Light sensitivity is interesting, but it doesn't bother me too much. I've always been pretty sensitive to light. I'm a software engineer and work remote. I never go outside, but I do get some exercise and go out. And I've been a night owl, so that's why I'm a little more sensitive to the sun, and it's like just enhanced a bit more by this. It's interesting, not like annoying or irritating. The light reflects in actual speckling ways, pretty cool. Nothing crazy or actual hallucinatory type things. Mild, bold, enhanced colors and more vibrant. 225. Wow, time has flown by. I think I'm past the peak now. It has just been a super enlightening, stimulating experience so far. I still haven't gone outside yet. My kittens are screaming at me while I'm furiously typing out my every thought in these notes. I'll pet you later, I promise. 2:30. I've just been listening to the Hazley Baylands album. the past 2 weeks she speaks about her BPD, and she really resonates with me for a lot of reasons. Fucking hold up, brain, just shut itself. She resonates me with a lot of her lyrics, and of course with a beautiful voice. My guilty pleasure artist at the moment. I'm so distracted and energetic I need to get outside, but I want to describe what I'm feeling right now perfectly. Heading outside of my apartment with my music now. 250. Just had a blast walking around listening to music. You know that feeling that a song was made just for you or people like you? That's how that felt for every song in the moment. Perfect harmony. And I felt so in tune with the music and having fun, not worried about people coming up seeing me jamming out. It was good to get a lot of energy out. I even at some points during walking on a trail that goes around the complex, just broke out running and dancing. It was so much fun, definitely like a festival drug, but I'm not too big into public events like that. I like to do this with a couple people that I trust, but by myself had been pretty fun too. Came back inside now because my phone died. The air was crisp and a perfect 61 degrees, and just loved walking and breathing, just pure living in the moment. 3 o'clock, back inside now, finishing up my post and making sure my thoughts sound organized and flow good. I'm definitely like 30 minutes past the peak now and coming down. Might do a couple bong rips like an hour. I feel pretty perfect right now. Also fiending my boost like crazy. Honestly, nothing new. It's one of my hardest addictions I face, and I've faced some pretty brutal ones in the grander scheme of things. I'm coming down now. I don't feel I can fully explain anything else about this further. I think I've done a pretty good job. I'll make some edits in this post with the full after effects, but it just feels right now like a light MDMA hangover. The next day, just a little tired and fatigued, but it's obviously because I'm just all over the place, had so much energy and racing thoughts. Much milder, but I'll tell the rest of the timeline tonight in this post with edits. I just wanted to share this post right away. Ending thoughts. I have borderline personality disorder, and I do not take meds daily that really have changed my life with how I control my sleep and just my appreciation for the people who work in the psychiatric field. People can be fixed, and my psychiatrist has been wonderful and transformed my life to finally have some structure and routine, day to day, month to month, goals of self-improvement. I had insomnia for a decade, but besides that, I don't think my medications played a part into any of my trip. If I would try and take acid right now, it literally wouldn't work. These types of meds they block out the feeling of acid and shrooms by like 98%, so it's perfect for me. I never want to do those two things again. I appreciate what they taught me and did for me, but I know I just can't do those two things again. I know the type of person I am. I'm content with smoking weed, mescaline, DMT, maybe some MDMA rarely, and now this feels like it shouldn't be stigmatized. This is like no information about who has done this. Compound recreationally. I'm also not on any SSRIs at the moment, just more specialized ones to focus on my sleep. I'd imagine metazapine. and just overall 1 for BPD. I take in the morning. I can elaborate more about this side of my life in the comments if you want. But yeah, it just feels like the perfect combination of mescaline and MDMA type feelings. More stimulation, euphoria, creativeness, energy. I love this trip so much. I can really feel at peace with myself at the moment. Came to terms with a lot of things. It was fun. Overall, like any drug, taken in moderation, having respect for what you're taking can be incredibly insightful and enlightening, depending on what you're taking. Ultimately, I respect DMT to the highest extent at the moment. It's just a portal into another reality when you break through. But I don't want to blast off every other month. I feel designer drugs, again, loose word, you can call the substance whatever you want. Like this mescaline compound derived in a lab by humans can really change your mindset of psychedelics in general. Sometimes you have to admit you know nothing in life about certain things, and I'm a person, probably like many others reading this, who takes a leap of faith to know the truth of some aspects of yourself. There are a few things in life you can only experience by doing it, and this has been one of those moments where I took a leap of faith and fortunes of favors the bold. I feel great at the moment. Stay safe and be smart. Have respect for these compounds and you will be able to enjoy their wonders. Try and do it with your friends too. Spread the word about things you can understand, appreciate and share. That's how this world will eventually come together. Common grounds we'll all believe in, and there's just so many systematic barriers in place over generations, especially around psychedelics. Spread the word. If you live in the USA, we can make active changes. These compounds can heal minds, but it needs to be medically administered, I believe, in a proper setting for most people. It's not a perfect solution for everyone. There is no reason for there to be a red tape on this stuff. We just need to have a strong and confident, united voices with a clear mission to put a spotlight on these things and push for your local representatives with actual legalization and laws. Start with naturally occurring psychoactive substances and plants like Colorado legalized now, and that was literally ton the palette this midterm and people passed it. Colorado was pioneering the future, and I think it's awesome. I'm glad smoother heads prevail over time. Eventually people will share the horrors of their trips, but you have to explain the full picture. Nothing is black and white in the world, and it's hard to explain psychedelics to people, but reading these trip reports and insights from people like me can really shed some light on the deeper side of us all. We are all humans. We're much more alike than we'd like to admit sometimes. It'd be interesting having to accept that concept as I've matured and have been able to emphasize a lot with everyone in my life. 3:15. Jesus. Feel super happy at the moment, still coming down lightly. Not much fatigue or draining, just chilling on my porch typing this up. Still always mad at myself for hitting this vape constantly. If they made it illegal, I wouldn't do it. Fuck this shit. Anyways, posting this for now. We'll make some edits with full After Effects tonight. Peace everyone, hope you enjoyed reading this. Yeah, the edits just kind of go on about the same shit. That's the report, guys. Was a bit of a scattered and interesting one, but overall fascinating nonetheless, being on a substance I have never heard about. Like and subscribe, you little bitch.